resources from international and the district. We'll do a short tutorial on how to create your logo, and then we'll go into discussion. There are a lot of slides, a lot of information. I believe we are recording this, so you can go back to it and write notes later. Do you have an active public image team who work together on projects? Do they meet every quarter? Do they practice good division of labor? Splitting up the website, newsletter, social media, brochure, events, presentations, news releases, and news release activities? It is important to have a public image team, not to burn out one person in your club. Public image is a big part of your club to get the word out about what you are doing in your community and around the world. Search your club directory to see if you have any professions in public image, or just ask your club members if they are willing to help in any way. Assess how your community perceives your club every year. Highlight your club's vibrancy, keep a persistent presence, and secure a positive appreciation in your community. Be sure your annual goals reflect team capabilities and club interests. Goals should be shared, measurable, challenging, achievable, and time-specific. An example is we want to create a public-facing Facebook page this year. An action plan. Work with a team to develop an action plan, a series of smaller steps needed to achieve each annual goal. For every step, determine who's responsible for implementing it, set a due date, decide how you'll measure progress and success, consider the resources you already have and get any that you need. Regularly assess your progress and adjust your goals if necessary. Motivation. Common motivators include assurance that the team's goals are attainable and will benefit their club and community, opportunities for fellowship and networking, assignments that use each member's expertise, and efforts that make the team's work enjoyable. Before July 1st, work with your outgoing team lead, president-elect, and club treasurer to discuss the funds of your team, the funds your team will need, and request that they are included with their club's budget. Be sure to consider any planned fundraising activities, oversee your team's funds, transactions, and reports, and be aware of its budget status at all times. If you meet regularly with your club's treasurer, you'll be able to take action as soon as issues arise. Organizations with strong brands have a consistent visual identity and voice. An organization that has a strong visual identity is instantly recognizable without saying a word. An organization's voice, what it says and how it says it, expresses its personality and attitude. It can be formal or casual, or have other qualities depending on how the organization wants to present itself. Use consistent and compelling communications. The words we use in our communications help convey our brand message. Offer consistent and positive experiences. Strong brands provide experiences that people come to expect. And have brand champions. Brand champions are the people who help communicate and promote what the organization's brand promises. Celebrities can bring attention to our organization's message, but its customers, staff, members, and users have the real power to strengthen the brand. So what else is a brand? A perception, It's how others think about the organization, not how the organization sees itself. An emotional connection. It's the bond the organization has with the public as well as its members. A promise. It's a commitment to offering unique value and experiences. A distinct concept. It's how the organization differentiates itself from others. And a recognizable logo. Used consistently and repeatedly, it provides instant recognition and understanding. How do we want people to think of Rotary? A perception. Rotary is an organization committed to using our connections, experience, and skills to work together to create lasting change. An emotional connection. Rotary clubs work with their communities to develop trust and create bonds so people want to join, donate, volunteer, and work with us. A promise. Rotary joins leaders from all continents, cultures, and occupations to exchange ideas and take action to create lasting change in our communities. A distinct concept. Rotary uses the diverse perspectives of our 1.2 million members to solve the world's most challenging problems. And a recognizable logo. People become aware of who we are and what we do when Rotary members and clubs consistently and correctly use our logos and templates. How you can strengthen Rotary's brand? People's perception of Rotary comes from their experiences with our clubs and programs, along with the stories we tell and the images we share. It's every member's responsibility to help strengthen Rotary's brand. We are all champions of Rotary. Here's how we can all work together to strengthen Rotary's brand. Consistently use Rotary's correct visual identity in all your communications, and find the guidelines and templates in the brand center to create logos, brochures, and other promotional materials that adhere to Rotary's brand. Show your community the impact you make. Use the People of Action materials in the brand center and at poaphotos.com to show how your club is taking action to make a difference in your community. Share your Rotary experience. Invite family members, friends, and colleagues to learn more about Rotary. Promote your club activities on your club website and social media pages. Promote your club at events and projects. Protect our visual identity. Use the resources and logos in the brand center to create promotional materials. How a strong brand helps your club. Rotary and Rotaract clubs benefit when we all consistently and correctly use Rotary's logos, fonts, colors, and photography to strengthen our brand. Here's how a strong brand helps your club. It expands people's understanding of what Rotary does. Research shows that although people are aware of Rotary, they don't know all that we accomplish. People in your community understand what Rotary does. When people in your community understand what Rotary does, they'll be more interested in being part of your club. It increases membership, volunteers, partnerships, and donors. Having more members, volunteers, partners, and donors means we can do more good in the world. The more we do, the bigger the impact we make in our communities and around the world. It helps Rotary get noticed. We are competing with other organizations for people's time, money, and resources. When people recognize our brand and understand Rotary's impact, they appreciate the unique opportunity to make a difference that our clubs offer them. It inspires current members. When members are recognized for the work that Rotary accomplishes, they feel proud and are energized to take more action in their clubs and communities. It helps Rotary expand our reach. When people know who we are, what we do, and why it's worth their time, we can achieve Rotary's vision. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. Our public image is shaped by how we talk about Rotary and how often. If we are not telling Rotary's story to the public, their impressions are often made up of half-truths. This can harm our public image and weaken our brand. Could our words and behavior unintentionally lead people to misunderstand Rotary?
Mm-hmm.
Items that strengthen our public image: having a diverse club membership, posting photos of members working on service projects, involving past Rotary program participants in club activities, pursuing projects and activities that are relevant to the community, promoting members as people of action, and partnering with local organizations to increase impact. Items that weaken our public image: inviting only members to participate in our club's community events, posting lots of photos of members at meals or in meetings, neglecting to update your website and club logo, assuming you don't have to promote your club's activities because everyone knows about Rotary, and posting photos that don't reflect the diversity of your club and community, and doing the same project every year because your members love it. Why is it important to improve Rotary's public image? Because just knowing about Rotary often isn't enough to spark people's interest and spur them to get involved. When people understand what your club does to make the world a better place, they'll be motivated to support your efforts and get involved. Strengthening Rotary's public image in your community will help you attract members, volunteers, partners, and donors. Prospective members, when you tell stories about how your club is making a difference in your community, it inspires interest in prospective members. It makes it easier for you to reach your membership goals. Current members, promoting your club's good work in the local news media and on social media can also engage current members. Keeping members involved is much easier when they take pride in your club's accomplishments. Volunteers, donors, and partners. People in the community are more likely to donate their time and money when they see the impact of your club's projects. It's also easier to find local partners to work with when they know and trust your club. Enhancing your club's public image also helps your club stand out from all the other opportunities that members of your community have to donate, volunteer, and get involved with. The current Rotary logo was introduced in October of 2013, over 6 years ago. If your club is still using the old logo, please make sure you update it. You can do this in the brand center at my.rotary.org, and if you need help, please let me know. We'll also do a short tutorial on how to create your logo here today. My personal project as public image co-lead is to have all of our clubs use the correct branding. Some stats: 40 of our 68 Rotary and Rotaract clubs are still using the incorrect branding. Please do a review of your website, social media, newsletters, and event media to make sure you're using the correct branding. And if you're not sure if it's correct, please contact me. I can help with that. The Rotary Club signature, which consists of the master band signature plus the club name, should be used on all your club communications and materials associated with the club activity, project, and programs. And I'll continue to show this slide until all of our clubs are using the correct branding. Social media. Post content that's visually appealing and includes compelling statements about your club's activities. Share personal stories and news about club projects and events using the hashtag People of Action. Include quotes, photos, and videos from guest speakers and a link to their social media pages. Keep your social media pages active by sharing content from Rotary International and the district and of trusted partners. Encourage members to share your club's posts through their own social media accounts. And make sure your pages include up-to-date information and feature messages intended for the general public. Encourage your club to host one signature event each year to foster an ongoing awareness within your community. Sponsor special events such as marathons, recycling efforts, and fundraisers for a Rotary project or program. Create exhibits for museums, city halls, and libraries. Plan and promote networking opportunities and other activities that exemplify the benefits of joining Rotary. For your club website, use images and videos that feature club members working together, having fun, and making a positive change within the community. Dedicate a section of your club's website to the public and encourage local organizations to link to it. Make it easy for community residents to support your club by including clear calls to action, including ways to donate, volunteer, or become a member, and update your website frequently. Ask your club members to help. Your membership base is a valuable resource for your team. Involve members and past program participants in your public image efforts by having them spread the word about Rotary and your club's activities. Make sure all members are knowledgeable about Rotary and its programs and encourage them to promote our mission and core values to their personal, business, and professional contacts. Make sure suggest they invite potential members to club events and service projects so they can experience the club for themselves. Work with local organizations to increase both your visibility and impact. RotaryMidwest.org is a partnership between District 5960, 5950, and 5580, used for a wider audience. If you have an event that may include patrons from outside our district, we suggest you send them to Rotary Midwest to find more about what we do. You can show off your projects by submitting your completed projects to the projects page. The site is used for the State Fair Blitz promotions, NPR radio ads, website ads, the Prior Lake Music Festival, and other events around Minnesota, Wisconsin, and North Dakota. Public relations. Invite local journalists to your club's special events. Projects that attract media attention often meet a community need or coincide with larger news trend. Involve an international effort supported by your club or a club member. Involve local youth or a prominent community member. Highlight Rotary program participants or alumni and their experiences with another culture. Include activities that can be shown in compelling photos and videos. Incorporate innovative and unique components. Develop a public relations campaign. See the Rotary Public Relations Guide for tips, templates, and best practices in the Brand Center. Media relations. Cultivate relationships with local journalists. Find out what types of stories they prefer, how often they want to be contacted, the amount of lead time that they need, and the information they would like to receive. For example, news releases, background materials, photos, videos, and interviews regarding your club's projects. Address a community issue. Approach targeted media with timely stories about your club's work to address a community issue. Send individual emails to journalists that include data that demonstrates the matter's significance and the positive impact of your project. Personal stories that underscore the impact of your work, such as a beneficiary or a club member with a close connection to the issue. Interview opportunities with project leaders, partners, and beneficiaries. Compelling visuals to help tell your story, such as club members actively engaging with community residents or doing hands-on volunteer work. A concise explanation of the story in the subject line. A news release, if you choose to send one, paste it into the body of your email along with the attachment. Share media coverage. Share media coverage on your club's social media channels. If you have partner organizations, you can also collaborate on media outreach. Refer to the Media Crisis Management Points document in the Brand Center for guidelines on how to handle a media crisis. People of action. Look for opportunities to place people of action ads in your local newspaper and on its website. Have your community's radio station air an ad. Ask media outlets if they offer no-cost placements. Ask local stores if you can post print ads and posters or leave brochures. Follow up with speakers, grant recipients, past sponsors, and donors, anyone connected to your club, to let them know how to get involved with your projects and events. Provide club members with materials to promote Rotary and your club. You can use the customizable template in the Brand Center to create a brochure for prospective members. Encourage members to wear their lapel pins and talk about our organization. Use the People of Action campaign to tell your club's story and to answer these common questions. What is Rotary? Who are Rotarians? What impact do Rotarians make in my community and around the world? How is Rotary different from other organizations? People of Action resources include short videos, print, outdoor, and digital advertisements, and radio ads. The Brand Center offers a variety of additional resources to help you tell a clear and compelling story that inspires audiences to engage with us and take action. People of Action campaign guidelines, the event planning guide, a quick start guide for your club social media, a quick start guide for your club website, and Rotary messaging guide. The district offers the resource toolkit at rotary5960.org and app.poaphotos.com to create your People of Action photos on the fly. It is easy to review all the free public image tools on brandcenter.rotary.org. Brand Center is a valuable tool for you. You can review the voice and visual identity guidelines, create your club logo, brochures, pamphlets, certificates, and newsletters, download online, print, outdoor, and radio ads, and download Rotary images and videos to use on your social media accounts. And I'm going to do a quick tutorial of if I can find the right screen. Are you seeing a Rotary website? Okay.
Yes, we are.
Okay, I want to make sure. Okay, so this is my.rotary.org, and this has all of the Rotary stuff. So I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to create your logo. Since we have so many clubs in our district not using the correct stuff, I thought I'd give a quick tutorial on this. So once you log in, you can go to Manage, and under Brand Center, there's Logos. And go to Rotary Logos and click Learn More. And you want to click on the Rotary logo template. So view, and you can create your own logo. So this has multiple options. We can have a normal logo. We can have a simplified. The emblem changes, the mark of excellence changes to if this is better on embroidery on shirts, also great on where your logo is very small on your website. We can go full color. We can do azure blue. We can do black, or we can do white, which you won't see here, but it will turn out white. Your alignment of your text below the logo, above the logo, above and below, to the right, and to the right and bottom. So I will do one of my club, how we typically do it. And that's it for your logo. You click save, you can name it. And right now these are dim, but if you refresh your browser, you can download a PDF, which you can open in your PDF, Adobe Reader, Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator. It's all editable, a JPEG with a white background, or a PNG file with a transparent background. That's all I have. So I think we can unmute anyone and see if anyone has any questions.
Sean, can I ask a question?
Yes.
You alluded when you first started talking about it, Facebook, active Facebook page. Is that for public image, or are you talking about the one that we have already for 5960?
I'm talking about your club Facebook page should be active.
Okay.
Post at least, I would say at least 2 to 3 times per week.
Do you know the, excuse me, the percentage of clubs that have a Facebook presence right now?
I can find that out right now. So I have a listing of all the clubs' social media that I can pull up here.
And I'll hog it one more time with a quick question while you're doing that. In your estimate, how many are current?
I have that list too. I have all the social media accounts and what is current and not. So let me pull that.
Okay.
While we're waiting, Mike, which cell is yours?
What's that?
Which cell is yours?
I'm out on good behavior. This is how I feel these days.
That shot you took yourself somewhere?
No, that's Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, as an essential worker, I get out enough.
So all of our clubs have, except for two, have Facebook accounts or pages.
Really?
Yes. Of those 23, now I don't know how often they update, but 23 of them are using the incorrect branding. And that's what I tracked. I don't know how often they're updated. I haven't done a full review of everyone's social media, just on branding.
Fair to guess that probably 23 of them aren't?
I would guess that, yes.
Okay.
I'm looking at the Arden Hill Shoreview webpage, and we've got the wheel on it 5 times. 3 are right, 2 are wrong. One of them's a picture of the club banner, so I guess that's grandfathered in until we print new ones. But
Right. So if you have current banners, vinyl banners or a blow-up sign or anything, we're not asking you to go spend thousands of dollars to go update that right now. But when it wears out or breaks, make sure you update it with the current branding when you update that or when you buy a new one.
Oh, what?
huh?
Is that Irish?
Is that the proper image?
John, this is Noel. I have a question about websites and also about Facebook or other social media. What about the use of videos? What are your thoughts about using video clips? I notice a lot of websites I go to get my attention by something moving. I'll let you address that.
I think using videos or a slideshow on your website is the first thing above the fold, is what we call is what you see right away. That's what you should be using to catch someone's attention. On Facebook, people stop and view videos. It's shown that people are more interested in seeing videos than just a bunch of text. People don't want to read it through. They want to go ahead and they want to see a visual.
And how long would you recommend for video?
Facebook suggests 3 minutes at least for their videos. They receive more views if it's 3 minutes or more. I would say for your website and also for your social media, I would keep it at a minimum of three minutes. Although the Rotary International has some really good videos on people of action that are 1.5 minutes long. And those, I think, catch a lot of attention also.
Sean, let me make a comment. We obviously, a lot of us are doing Zoom or other media type meetings. Let's just focus on Zoom. Obviously, we can record those with Zoom. Depending on what kind of account you have, you can keep the recording in the cloud or download it to your computer. The latter is probably more beneficial because with the cheaper accounts with Zoom, you don't have a whole lot of storage space. So anyway, my point is I'm kicking myself because a few weeks ago, we interviewed one of our exchange students from years back who now lives in the Czech Republic. And had I recorded that, by the way, I tried and it was a long story, it didn't work that day. But had we had a recording, we could have taken an excerpt from that and put it on our website. It would have been dynamite and it would have been a lot more effective than having a list of exchange students. That's just my observation.
I would suggest with your Zoom recordings is download them, open a YouTube account, put your club YouTube page there, upload them there.
Yeah.
District's doing that with most of the Zoom, the Friday features and all the other special things that are going on. My club's adding all our stuff to our YouTube account. You know, a lot of other clubs are also doing that. It frees up the space in your Zoom account, because I know those aren't, instead of spending $40 to $100 a month on storage, you
Yeah.
free that up.
You can probably do 2.5 hours at the most total in your recording in the cloud, but you can also just put it on your computer and then use it, like you said, into YouTube. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. I guess a suggestion from Lynn on the chat. I have a plan for a couple of tutorial videos that I will record and put on the district site and district YouTube page.
I think the point is actually getting to those clubs. So maybe even a special invitation to be able to say, you know, this is so easy, you guys, and I can tell you how. So if we can get to those public image chairs from the clubs to be able to sign in, say we're going to do it at this time, and just do it. I mean, how you described it, it was like magic. And I think people think it's going to be so difficult, and you make it so easy, just because you just tell people exactly how to get there, how to do it, show them. I mean, even if they do it as you're doing it, how cool would that be?
Yeah, I'll kind of second that, because I mean, this whole presentation tonight was very understandable, very digestible. Every point was relevant and very well presented. So thanks.
Thank you.
So when are you available to come out to our club? Assuming we ever meet in person again. Actually, video, I mean, Zoom is making it easy for you to be at, as many clubs as you like.
Yeah. Send me an invite and I'll see if it's on my or can fit it into my schedule. But,
Okay, you can probably manage that.
Well, you know, Sean, I have to tell you, when I was at Pets Alliance meeting and now this past meeting with John Hugo, both times he's stated that our number one competitor, if you want to look for competitors in membership, is with Rotary, is Facebook, because groups can organize, work together simply without having to go to meetings, and they can organize their projects, have their discussions, and get things done in a more timely manner. So when I'm hearing you working toward Facebook, I think it's being very current and very up to date of what is happening in today's world, because between Zoom and Facebook, that's how I think we're really staying connected. And of course, unless you're a kid, you can go on TikTok or whatever, but I like this whole idea, the fact that we're going to exemplify the Facebook. So I just wanted to offer that.
Facebook, I think, for marketing is number one for marketing your club. I would also just suggest opening an Instagram account. You can connect your Facebook and your Instagram together, and as long as you're posting only images or videos to Facebook, those can be posted to your Instagram account also. Those are the two main ones. You can go with Twitter also, and but also have a YouTube account also for all your videos, all the Zoom meetings and all the other videos that you're doing. Any other questions?
Well, if there's no more questions, thank you very much for very informative and helpful, as Lynn pointed out, presentation, Sean. Appreciate it. And we'll let everyone enjoy the rest of the evening then.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thanks, Sean. Good job.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
All right.